This is a Clara Luper radio show, and this is no joke. You are now listening to the Clara Luper radio show, and this show is being made possible by my sponsors. And as you prepare to do your shopping, be sure and go to Rainbow Bread and purchase some Rainbow Bread because Rainbow is good bread. A happy April Fool's Day today from Rainbow Bread and all of my sponsors, from Sherry's Cleaners, located at 4905 Northeast to 50th Street, North Martin Luther King, near 50th and Martin Luther King Avenue, but it's at 4905 North Martin Luther King Avenue. You can put your clothes in the morning, and you can pick them up in the evening, knowing that these clothes are clean, and they are clean in such a way that you will think that your suit is a new suit. They have some specials on now, so go by Sherry's Cleaners, 4905 North Martin Luther King Avenue, here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. During the past week, we have had preachers in Oklahoma City from all over the country. And certainly this should be a better city because of the presence of these ministers that have brought to us their best. Next week, I would like to call your attention to a spring revival, April the 5th through April the 7th, at the Northeast Missionary Baptist Church, located at 3815 North Bartell Road. The evangelist will be Reverend William J. Glenn. And I think Reverend Glenn is from Dallas, Texas, and if I'm wrong, I wish some of you out in Radio Land would call me and let me know that I'm wrong. That's the Northeast Missionary Baptist Church, located at 3815 North Bartell Road, here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The evangelist, once again, is Reverend William J. Glenn. Reverend Willie H. Waterman is serving as an in-between pastor, interim pastor. Once again, at Spring Revival, April the 5th through April the 7th at the Wildwood Baptist Church. Marilyn Hildred, your Allstate insurance agent, would say thanks, and I'm expecting her here today. Marilyn's office is located at 9228 North May Avenue here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Sometimes we wonder, what can we do next? What can we do to ensure our children that they are having a better day? We can expose them to music, and to expose them to music, you need to go to a professional. And speaking of a professional musician, I would like to introduce you to Mrs. Johnny Kimbrough. Her studio is located at 820 Northeast 19th Street here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That's the Kimbrough Music Company. I want to talk to Evelyn Pittman, and I'm sure that she will be calling me because we are going to have a treat in Oklahoma City on Sunday at 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. at the Civic Center Music Hall, Evelyn Pittman Choir, the small choir with a solid sound, presents Oklahoma's Jim Noble. And I don't want you to miss it. I'm expecting Evelyn Pittman to call me. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and this show is being made possible on this April Fool's Day by the Economy Bingo House, located in the Northeast Shopping Center here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That's the Economy Bingo House, owned and operated by Mr. George Singer, who has always been interested in this community. You can play bingo in your own neighborhood. You can play at the Northeast Shopping Center, and that's located right on 36 and North Everett Street. In the shopping center, you can't miss it. It's the Economy Bingo House, and you are certainly invited to stop by and play. Now, when you go to Johnny's Kimbrough's studio, located at 820 Northeast 19th Street, remember the telephone number is 424-5080. The telephone number, 424-5080, or 424-5055. Now remember, they have a team, Johnny and Isaac. If you want some special entertainment for your wedding, for special services, all you will have to do is to call Johnny and Isaac, and they will do the job for you. I told you last week that was going to be a hot one. The hottest race, they say, in 25 years. But I'm going to say this was the hottest race that we have ever had since Oklahoma City has been a city, and that was 100 years ago. Gory James and Willa Johnson. What a contest. What a race. First, Gory James beat out by 7 points, and then he came back. The votes were counted and recounted and counted and recounted, and it came up as a tie. They had the opportunity to either flip coins or have another election, and the judge ruled that there would be a new election. Yes, and the big question is, who will win it? Will it be Gory James with 12 years of experience, or will it be Willa Johnson, the challenger, who says that she has had experience in working with the community? Well, we don't know, but we will give you an opportunity to tell us what you think, because that's all we can all do at this time. Sir Charles Attila is located at 6225 Southeast 15th Street. If you want to really be in style this spring, go to Sir Charles Attila. Go out. You don't even have to make an appointment. Go out and tell him that you want him to fit you up. You know, there's only one you, and you will not be looking like anyone else. You will be leading the parade, the big spring parade, when you go to Sir Charles the Tailor. We have so much to talk about and be thankful for on this April Fool's Day. First, we've got to be thankful that we are alive, and that is really something special. It's time now to talk about Miss Black Oklahoma City. Miss Black Oklahoma City will be held next week at the Park Inn Motel, located on 29th and I-35. The finalists in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant have been announced. They are Jermaine Williams, Rolanda Hill, Bridget Bernard, Teresa Rungs, Latricia Steele, Zoe Shavers. Those are the 6 finalists in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. On next Saturday night, Oklahoma City will select that one young lady that will represent Oklahoma City in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. And I have here on the telephone with me a young lady from Sapulpa, Oklahoma. Miss Black Sapulpa, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Well, will you tell the people in Oklahoma and Texas your name?
My name is Letitia Thompson.
Letitia Thompson from Sapulpa, Oklahoma. Were you born in Sapulpa?
No, ma'am, I was born in Muskogee.
You were born in Muskogee, and then your family moved to
Sapulpa.
Okay, where are you in school?
I am in the 12th. Are you asking?
I ask you where.
Where?
Yes.
At Sapulpa High School.
Sapulpa High School. Are you very active in the school there?
Yes, I am.
Tell me some of the things you've done.
Well, for my junior year, I was a member of our student council and the secretary for the junior class, and I am the same thing my senior year this year. And I was a cheerleader my junior year, not this year, and I also teach dancing.
You teach dancing?
Uh-huh.
What kind of dancing?
Jazz, tap, ballet, modern.
Do you have your own studio?
No, I don't. I am an assistant to Patty Parrish and in Sapulpa.
Oh, I see. Someone told me that you had classes also in Bristol. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. I do go to Jean Ann Fadley's Bristow School, and I teach once every 2 weeks a master class.
Why did you decide to be in Miss Black, Oklahoma?
I decided to be in Miss Black, Oklahoma because I thought it would be a great opportunity to meet a lot more people from different places, because when you live in Sapulpa, you don't see very many people, just people around the area. And I plan to pursue a career in entertainment, and I thought doing this would be a good place to start.
All right, and now there are a lot of people here from Sapulpa in Oklahoma City, and I know they will be there pushing you on to victory. Did you know one of our most influential attorneys here is from Sapulpa, Don Davis?
No, I didn't.
Well, he is. His name is Attorney Don Davis, and then you have a lady here that talks about Sapulpa all of the time, and that lady is Mrs. Nancy Davis, who teaches out to Star Spencer High School. Now, when you come to Oklahoma City, you will have your own cheering squad from Sapulpa, Oklahoma. And I would like for you to tell the people in Oklahoma City that you need their support in this pageant.
Yes, people in Oklahoma City, I really do need your support in this pageant, and I would really like you to come out and see this, because I'd like to see you there.
Well, I know we have some good reasons for coming, and certainly Oklahoma City will be waiting for you. I understand that you will arrive in Oklahoma City on June 11th, and you will have the opportunity to visit one of our outstanding churches here, because the Miss Black Oklahoma contestants will be worshiping at the Avery Chapel AME Church.
Great.
And then on June 17th, the pageant will be televised, and I wish you all of the luck, and I'll be talking to you later this evening, okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay, and thank you for being the guest on KBYE Radio here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, this is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and this show is being made possible by our sponsors. Your support of the Clara Luper Radio Show is greatly appreciated, and I want you to know that. I want you to know how much I appreciate you. And most of all, I could be walking down the street and you say, "Hi, Clara, I heard you on the Clara Luper Radio Show." This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and I'm just this is my day. April Fool's Day, that's my day, and I would like to say happy birthday to Mr. Alexander Jones on April Fool's Day, because he's no fool, but this is his birthday. Evelyn.
Hi.
Hey, I am so excited because tomorrow is the day.
Tomorrow is the big day.
Yes, tell me all about it.
Well, we are hoping that the play will go well. I think you know, as many people do, that a black man by the name of Jim Noble brought the Great Seal from Guthrie to Oklahoma City on June 12th, 1910. Now, the important thing about it is that Oklahoma City became the capital 3 years earlier than it was supposed to be the capital, because Jim Noble brought the Great Seal.
Well, why is it that he's not in our history book? I know I read Dr. Dale's, I read all kinds of history books and haven't been able to find that material.
Well, they just failed to record it. And as I was saying to a reporter from the Oklahoma City, the Daily Oklahoman, there was no way a black man could have told a lie from 1910 until his death. In those days, they hung our people. He couldn't have gotten away with that lie.
Okay, well, tell us exactly what Jim Noble did and how he did it.
Well, this is what it was. And I got my information from people like Roscoe Dungy, F.D. Moon, Antone Furr, Joe Younger, George Sparks, and his barber, Cleet Carr. Now, what happened was they held a state election on June 11th to find a capital city for the state, because Guthrie had been serving as the capital for the territories. Well, Oklahoma City won with 96,000 votes, won over Guthrie 31,000 and Shawnee with 8,000. All right. Now, I'm looking at it from Governor Haskell's point of view. He would be out of office in 1913. That's the time Oklahoma City would become the capital. As soon as he learned that the Oklahoma City had won, he just decided to defy the Enabling Act, which was a law, and he was going to make Oklahoma City the capital in 1910. And he told his secretary, A.B. Anthony, to bring the Great Seal. Now, Clara, I got this from my stepfather, and I heard many of his friends talking about it. The Republicans had guards stationed around the Royal Hotel, and they had orders to shoot anybody who came out of that hotel with the Great Seal. Now, wherever the Great Seal is, that is the capital of the state. Jim Noble was asked to bring it because nobody would ever suspect him, a black man, of having it. And he brought it out of the Royal Hotel in a pair of overalls under his arm. Now, this story was told to me by Anton Furr, whose father was a close friend of Jim Noble, and has been collaborated by other people, but the historians will not give recognition.
Okay, now, you have decided, and why did you decide to make Jim Noble, take him out of the pages of history, those unwritten pages, and present to us a 3-act historical, folksy musical drama?
I did it because I'm answering the same question that David, I think his name is David Cisco, at Oklahoma, asked me. He wanted to know, are you related to Jim Noble? My answer was no. Well, why do you want to do it? Because, Clara, so many of our people have made contributions to, as I said to him, the city, the state, this country, and the world. And no one knew about these contributions. Historians fail to record these deeds. And I want the record straight. If we are going to celebrate a centennial, we ought to include the people who helped to make this state a great state. Now, there is a lot of controversy going on, and a lot of people will not be there tomorrow because they've been told not to come.
I can't understand that. Somebody has told people not to attend the Jim Noble's production tomorrow.
That's right. Channel 5 gave us a beautiful display a couple of weeks ago, I guess it was. And I have sent material to all the TV stations, radio stations, and not one has carried a spot announcement since since Channel 5 gave us that big spread. And I'm very grateful to Channel 5 for that.
And they will not carry it. Well, that's amusing to me because I received a telephone call this week. You know, they are honoring me, my children, with a retirement testimony dinner. And they felt that shouldn't be done because their teachers retiring every year and nobody's giving them a dinner and charging $20. And they say that they thought that was a disgrace.
Who said that?
That's what I don't want to call that name,
right. Mm-hmm.
but this was one of the reactions that we received, and it was quite interesting. I want you to know that we are proud of you. You are the only international known composer that we have in the state of Oklahoma, and I want everybody to know it. And if anybody out there can call me and tell me the name of a not national, international, because you were honored where?
I was honored in Singapore. I was honored in, it was in Spain. What's that city there in Spain?
Madrid?
Madrid. Yep, Madrid. And my latest achievement is this, Clara. It will break, and I'll just let you hear it first. When I returned from Singapore last year, I had just shown a video of the Negro Spiritual that my choir did. And I was programmed there to talk about the Negro Spiritual. So I showed this video, got beautiful reception. And then we went down to the American Embassy there in Singapore and showed it and got beautiful response. All right. When I came back, I got communications from 4 recording stations. I sent asking for some of my music. And I sent a song, You Better Watch Your Close Friend. And those 3 stations all sent me a contract. I accepted one that decided to go with Rainbow Records. It's out of Hollywood. And this song is on an album titled Hollywood Gold. And
Wonderful.
it's the #1 song on the album.
I wonder if I can get a copy of
You
it.
certainly may.
Okay, how much are the copies?
Well, you'd have to order the tape is $8, I believe it is.
Oh, well, that's no problem.
No, that's no problem.
I can handle that.
Yes, but I have been so busy trying to get this Jim Noble thing that I haven't said anything about it, but I'm glad to break it on your show.
I'm really glad because a news break on the Clara Luper radio show. Now, tomorrow, the Jim Noble story will be told at what time and where? At 4 o'clock, where?
The Civic Center Music Hall.
The Civic Center Music Hall.
Yes.
And I would like to invite everyone out there that's interested in seeing what Oklahomans can do. Now, I can't sing, but I sure have some friends that can sing. Who are some of the soloists in Oklahoma?
We have a young lady who has much promise, Pat Haskins.
Oh, Pat Haskins was in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant.
All right.
Okay.
She will be doing the lead role, one of them. John L. Cudjoe.
Oh.
Yes, she is.
Oh, yes, she could always sing.
Yes, she is doing the role of Mama Turner. That's Pat's mother. And Pat is Mel Ballou, who is engaged to Jim Noble.
Okay. Did they get married?
Huh?
Did they get married?
No, she was so insecure she couldn't handle it.
Oh, okay.
And we have a young man who I say is a novice, and his name is Darrell Jackson. He has never sung in a church choir, a school choir, in nothing. I took him, worked with him daily, putting in hours, giving him tonal drills, and he is doing the lead role of Jim Noble.
Oh, wonderful.
And we did it in Muskogee a week ago.
I saw the advertisement in the Muskogee paper.
And he did a creditable job.
Oh, I know you had a wonderful crowd in Muskogee, and it would certainly be a disgrace to us if we did not beat that in Oklahoma City.
Right.
So come on out, Oklahoma City. That's tomorrow, April the 2nd at 4 o'clock p.m. And I'm so proud that Oklahoma's Jim Noble has been approved by the Diamond Jubilee Committee.
Yes.
And also the Oklahoma State Arts Council, and also the Clara Luper Radio Show, and also the Centennial Culture Council.
Yes.
Okay, well, I will be there tomorrow, and I'm urging all of my listeners out in Radio Land to join us tomorrow. You can buy tickets at the door.
That's right.
Okay. Who plays Cleet Carr?
Huh?
Who plays Cleet Carr?
There's no one that plays that role, but in interviewing people, his name was listed as one whom I interviewed.
Oh, I see. I see. Thank you so very kindly for being my guest today. And you know I'm one of your admirers, and you have always been a motivation, a fact in my life.
I appreciate that.
Thank you so very kindly.
All right.
Okay,
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was Evelyn Pittman talking about Oklahoma's Jim Noble that will be shown tomorrow, April the 2nd at 4 o'clock p.m. at the Civic Center Music Hall. What an opportunity. Certainly one has the opportunity to look at 2 great nursing homes here in Oklahoma City. The Skyview Nursing Center, located at 2200 North Coltrane Road, and the Terrace Gardens Nursing Home and Convalescent Center, located at 1921 Northeast 21st Street. Now you have the choice, and the choice is yours. Let's talk about the Terrace Gardens Nursing Home and Convalescent Center, located 1921 Northeast 21st Street. Terrace Gardens provide a full-time administrative staff available 24 hours a day with a full-time registered nurse and licensed nurses around the large picture windows. At Terrace Gardens, you have whirlpools, physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, and a range of motion exercise programs. Terrace Garden is an intermediate care facility located at 1921 Northeast 21st Street here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. At Skyview Nursing Center, you will find, once again, services. You will find a staff. The administrator is Judy Crane. The director of nursing is Estelle Bug. Sonora Major is a food service supervisor. And Susie Robertson is a social service director. At Skyview News and Views, they put out a paper in which the residents have the opportunity to write articles, and the public has the opportunity to listen. One little poem that appeared in the paper that I really did enjoy, it says, "Someone needs you. Someone needs your smile today, your hug, your listening ear. Someone needs encouragement and gentle words of cheer. Someone needs your helping hand, your letter, and what's more, someone needs your visit to make their spirits soar. Someone needs affection when they are feeling blue. Listen, someone is calling for a special friend like you." And then they had a story in the newspaper about 4 people. Everybody, somebody, anybody, nobody. That was an important job to be done, and everybody was asked to do it. Everybody was sure somebody would do it, but nobody did. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought anybody could do it, but nobody realized everybody wouldn't do it. Everybody blamed somebody when actually nobody asked anybody. That's the story that was taken out of Skyview Views and News. And once again, if you want to know where you can really find 2 great nursing centers where your people will get professional care, remember these 2 names. The Skyview Nursing Center, 2200 North Coltrane Road, Terrace Gardens Nursing Home and Convalescent Center, located at 1921 Northeast 21st Street, here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Are we making progress today? That's a question that we must continue to ask ourselves. No nation makes any progress until that nation decides to support its own. And speaking of support, a few months ago, Circle J Minute Marker and Ice Cream Store opened at 1600 North Martin Luther King Avenue here in Oklahoma City. They brought to Oklahoma City a different style of service. And it prospered so much until now, at 4900 North Martin Luther King Avenue, you will have the opportunity to visit another Circle J Mini Market. Now, people are talking about the ice cream because it's special, but the barbecue, it's more than special. All at the Circle J Mini Market and Ice Cream Store. It's Soul Bazaar time in Oklahoma City. The Soul Bazaar for the 20th year will be held April the 28th and 29th at the McFarland Branch, YWCA. It will open each day at 10 a.m. and go to 10 p.m. Now, everything is new in the Soul Bazaar, and after next week, we will be telling you in detail all about it because we do have something new. We have exactly what you wanted. You wanted to see something exciting, and we have it for you. A few years ago, you remember Derek Platt used to direct the musical on Saturday nights. But a few years ago, Derek went home to be with God. His mother called me and said, "Miss Luper, I'm going to carry on the tradition." And I'm happy to report to you, This year at the Soul Bazaar, you will hear and see a musical that you will always remember. And that music will be made possible because of the hard work of Derek Platt's mother. Shelley, what's going on down at Gordon's grocery store?
Gordon's Grocery, located at 2121 South Portland, has the following specials for this week. Fresh pork steak, 99 cents a pound, and fresh pork roast, 89 cents a pound. And that's at Gordon's Groceries, featuring everyday low prices. For all your shopping necessities, go to 2121 South Portland.
I really appreciate those, and let me just hear them one more time.
Fresh pork steak, 99 cents a pound, and fresh pork roast, 89 cents a pound. And that's at Gordon's Grocery, 2121 South Portland.
It's time now to talk about Miss Black Oklahoma City. Once again, the finalists have been named in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. They, in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant, they are Sharita Montgomery, Jermaine Williams, Rolanda Hill, Bridget Vernon, Teresa Runs, Latrice Steele, and Zoe Shavers. Zoe Shavers. Now, I want to make sure I'm right on this. Let me call them over. Sharita Montgomery, Jermaine Williams, Rolanda Hill, Bridget Vernon, Teresa Runs, Latrice Steele, and Zoe Shavers. Now, I have it right. If I have missed it, I am sorry. But you will have an opportunity to meet these young ladies, and I think that our young people need your cooperation. They need your support. These are the young ladies that do not make headlines because of criminal activities, but these are young ladies that are working to make a contribution to our city. And what better contribution can you make than to participate in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant? I know you've been waiting for this moment. You want to hear from these young ladies. You want to hear for yourself to see exactly what's going on. What is your name?
My name is Teresa Ronald.
Teresa, you are just so beautiful, and you've just grown up. I understand that you'll be finishing high school this year.
Yes.
And you're going to college.
Yes.
I'm not going to ask you what university you're going to. I'm not going to ask you that because on the Clara Luper radio show, I'm not concerned today with universities. I'm only concerned with the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. Why did you decide to be in the pageant?
To prove a point to myself, because I'm a positive thinking person, and I feel that when I enter the pageant that I will prove a point to myself that I can do what I'm able to do.
Oh, you can do it, and you're saying that you think you're as good as anybody else in this country, right?
Yes, I am.
What would your talent to be?
It would be a skit.
Oh, you're doing a skit?
Yes, I am.
Who wrote it?
Myself.
Oh, you're a writer once. That is really exciting. You're going to do an original skit. Let us in on the name of your skit.
Well, I don't have a name for it yet, but I'm working on one. I will have it.
Oh, she's smart. She doesn't have a name yet, but she will have that name. You're a very beautiful young lady. Who are your parents?
Mr. and Mrs. Jimmy L. Reynolds.
I know they are proud of you.
Yes.
Oh, great. Are you proud of them?
Yes, I am.
Do you think parents are too strict on their young people today?
No, I do not.
You don't think your parents have been too strict on you?
No.
Oh, well, I know that's good news because most kids complain about their parents. They're just too strict. They won't let me do this and they won't let me do that. But you are okay with your parents. So you think when you grow up and have your family, you're going to train your children just like your parents have trained you?
Yes, I will.
Well, that
I
tradition,
will try my best.
That tradition will be passed on. Now, once again, I would like for you to invite your friends to the 1989 Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant next Saturday night at the Park Inn Motel. Here she is inviting her friends.
I would like everybody to come out and see the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant April 8th at 7:30 at the Park Inn Motel. Be there.
All right, now remember it starts at 7:30. It's not fixing to start. It starts at 7:30. And speaking of starting at 7:30, let me tell you something. I want you to know that Mrs. Fowler is a state promoter for the Miss Black Pages and Escorts. And I have her here, and she's going to tell me all about that page program. Mrs. Fowler, what about that page program?
Mrs. Luper, the page program is just going up, up, up. And we have this year 19 young ladies that are going to state, hopefully.
19 that's going to state? Would you just talk up just a little bit for me?
19 young pages that are looking forward to going to state, but they have to go through the Oklahoma City pageant first.
Okay, who are these 19 young ladies?
Ms. Luper, we have them in 3 groups. We have the junior groups, the intermediate group, and the senior group. And I'll call their names real quickly.
Okay, I want you to.
Alicia Hildreth, Shelley Luper, Shardina Fowler, Ebony Hood, Nate Patterson, Brandy Red and Brittany Red, Katrina Maynard, Monique Whitaker, Monica Robinson, Tiffany Boyd, Tywana Watson, Twyla Snell, Sharita Sutton, Nicole Mitchell, Debbie Walton, Terry Young, Rakia Henderson, and Zanetta Penn.
Mrs. Fowler, are you telling me that you have 19 pages?
Mrs. Luper, I have 19 pages, and I have that many more on my list for next year.
Do you have 19 escorts?
I certainly do.
Who are they?
They are Malachi Brown, Dylan Bell, Kevin Young, Bobby Sutton, Mario Long, Sabron Watson II, Ray Boyd Jr., Chris Graham, Jaron Rhodes, James Brannon, Quentin Thompson, Lionel Bennett, Terry Whitaker, Dante Patterson, David Starks, David Fowler, Dwayne Starks, and Chris Fowler. There you are. There you have them, the 19 escorts for the pages.
Oh, well, that is really exciting. Why do you think this page program is so important?
Mrs. Luper, I have seen the children grow to be non-aggressive to aggressive individuals. They are more outward. They are willing to talk in front of a crowd. They do better in their school activities as far as being in front of a group and being able to talk. And it has done so much for the people that have had the opportunity to participate in the group. It has done miracles for some of the children.
Well, I noticed that the Miss Black Tulsa pageant will be held in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at one of the theaters on May 6th, and they have pages. And then they have pages from Ardmore, and they have pages from Lawton, Oklahoma. What are you going to do with all these pages?
Well, we're working on that, Mrs. Luper. We're going to find something, and believe me, it will be great. And I forgot one page escort. Please forgive me. His name was Romario Generals.
Who?
Romario General.
Are you sure you just forgot one? I hear somebody out here complaining.
You do?
Yes. So you better run over those page escorts again.
Chris Fowler, David Fowler, Dwayne Starks, David Starks, Dante Patterson, Terry Whitaker, Lionel Bennett, Quentin Thompson, James Brannon, Jaron Rhodes, Chris Graham, Ray Boyd Jr., Sabram Watson II, Mario Long, Bobby Sutton, Kevin Young, Dylan Bell, Malachi Brown, and Romario General.
Those sure are some handsome young men. Where did you find all of those handsome young men?
Well, my pages found most of them. And, of course, from year to year, I keep the same escorts.
Oh, so once you get in the program, you're stuck in it, right?
That's exactly right, Mrs. Luper. And the page program has grown so much this year.
Who's your co-worker in that program?
My co-worker is Mrs. Leola Ford, who works beside me, and a very good worker. And, of course, I have other assistants that help with the girls when they come to the hotel for a week.
Okay, in the meantime, they will all be down to the Park Inn Motel on this next Saturday, right?
That's right. April the 8th.
Okay, well, we will be broadcasting next week from the hotel. And I'm sure we will have the opportunity to talk to some of these escorts. Mrs. Fowler, it's been a pleasure to be with you, and I would like to thank you not only for that, but also for serving as one of the coordinators of the Clara Luper Retirement Dinner.
I'm happy to do that.
Thank you, and bye-bye.
This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and today's show is being made possible by Emerald. Emerald. We will be telling you more about that in just a minute. We will be telling you all about it. But in the meantime, I have another beautiful young lady here. And what is your name?
Latrice Steele.
Oh, Latrice Steele. You're beautiful. Who are your parents?
Shirley Steele and Eugene Carson.
Oh, I see. And you are a part of this Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant.
Right.
Okay, why did you decide to be in the pageant?
Because I've always wanted to do pageants. I've always wanted to be in pageants and model and look pretty.
Oh, well, you're pretty. I can say that in your favor. You are a beautiful young lady, and being beautiful really stands out. But this is not a pageant that's based on beauty. It's based on talent, interview, projection, evening wear, and swimwear. How do you think you're going to rate in the Miss Oklahoma pageant?
Number 1.
You think you'll come out number 1, and you think you would get that crown and go on the stage? Okay,
Yes.
What will happen if you don't come out number 1?
That I'm still going to consider myself as a winner.
Oh, you will be a winner because you are a winner. You're a part of it. Now, I understand that your theme is the elegant affair.
Yes.
That's the theme of it. All right. Why did you told me why you decided to be in the pageant, but what do you think about your parents?
My parents, they're pretty nice, considering a lot of other parents that I've met.
Oh, they're pretty nice,
Yes.
considering others that you have met.
Yes.
Oh, are you implying that you have met some parents that aren't nice?
Yes.
Oh, and yours nice.
Right.
Do you think they're too strict on you?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh, I see. And when you grow up and get out of college and get that job and get married, do you think you will train your children in the same way that your parents have trained you?
Definitely.
Oh, I see. So they will have certain time they'd have to come in and all of that.
Yes.
Why do you think that's important?
So that they will grow up to be better people.
And you are better because you have not been free to do exactly what you wanted to do. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Well, I know one thing. I know your parents are very proud of you because there are so many parents whose children just don't respect them. And for you to respect your parents, I think that's out of sight. You are looking forward to next week, and I know you want to invite all of your friends to see the pageant.
Right.
You may do that. It's all yours.
I like to invite everybody at John Marshall School, all of my friends, all of my fans, to come and see.
Oh, you don't want the students from Northeast and North and West classes?
Everybody.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, once you say that's all the kids from John Marshall, your friends from Star Spencer wouldn't like that. So you better talk over.
Okay, then everybody in Oklahoma City, come and see Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, April 8th, 7:30 at the Park Inn Hotel.
At the Park Inn Hotel. The girls will arrive at the Park Inn Motel next Saturday morning, and they will spend the day getting ready for this big show that will be in Oklahoma City. Now, those of you that have been to our pageants before, you know we start on time. Look at your clock, because at night you've got to set it up 1 hour. But be sure and be on time next week at the Park Inn Motel, and that show will start at 7:30 p.m. At 7:30 p.m., the show will start. And speaking of something starting, tonight is a big night at the Emerald's Ballroom. Because tonight you will have an opportunity to dress in your best and go out. It is semi-formal. It's going to be a big night, and the admission is only $10. And those of you that want to spend an evening out with someone that you really care for, I want you to remember to tell them you heard it on the Clara Luper radio show. This part of our show is being made possible by Marilyn Hildred of Allstate Insurance Company.
Marilyn Hildred, your Allstate insurance agent, your agent that's looking forward to serving you. It doesn't make any difference what you need, whether it's home insurance, automobile insurance, or whatever. Marilyn will serve you. For those of you that want to know how many cities we have represented in this year's pageant, let me read them for you. The following cities will participate in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant: Ardmore, Cameron University, Central State Universities, and I mean cities and universities, Dale City, Enid, Jones, Langston University, Muskogee County, Moore, Midwest City, Oklahoma University, Oklahoma State University, Pawnee, Ponca City, Spencer, Sapulpa, Tulsa, Dover, Shawnee, Bristow, Okmulgee, Miss Prince Hall's Shriner State winners, Forest Park, Madill, and McAllister, Oklahoma. Yes, tonight is a big night, and those of you that are planning to go to Emeralds tonight, go to 3715 Spring Lake Drive in the Spring Lake Shopping Center. And here's Marilyn.
Good evening. It sure is an honor to be here with you this afternoon. And thanks for inviting me. I would like, before I say anything else, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the radio listening audience for being so good to me. And I would like to thank you for your business, and those of you that I don't have your automobile insurance, life insurance, homeowners insurance, or any other insurance, call me at 848-7470. But I'm not here today to talk about Allstate. I'm here today to talk about the big retirement dinner. The big retirement dinner that I have appointed myself as chairman of. I've received telephone calls from all over the United States. Invitations are going out, and if you haven't gotten yours, call me, because it's a mistake. I want you to be there. The Clara Luper Retirement Dinner will be May 27th at the Regency Inn. That is May 27th. If you have not gotten your tickets or made your reservations, call me. Call me at home. Call me at Allstate. Just call me. We're so excited because students from, I've heard from students as far as California and New York and Washington, and all of them are planning to come down here for the big retirement dinner. And what do you have to say, Shelley?
Yes, why do you think people should come to the dinner?
Why do I think people should come to the dinner? That's a good question, Shelley, and I'm glad you asked me. For over 40 years, Mrs. Luper has taught in Oklahoma City public school system, helping young people from every walk of life, every economic, social level that you can even imagine, taking these kids as our own kids, training them and instructing them and making them grow. And she always talks about her students as being diamonds. These diamonds have made contributions not only in Oklahoma but all over the United States. And when she decided to retire, I decided to become the chairman of the dinner, because so many people have always asked me, if Mrs. Luper ever gets ready to retire, please include me in on the planning, because she was such an important instrument in my life. That's why I think they should come. I think they should come out of respect, a respect of a job well done. There's so many people whose lives that she has touched. And if you don't have your reservations, then you better call Shelley or I, because I'm the chairman. If you want to be on the program, you better call the chairman, because I am the chairman, and the dinner is May the 27th at the Regency Inn. Now, if you have any citations, any letters that you want to write, please send them to me at Post Office Box 11106, 73111. Again, that's Marilyn Hildred Clara Luper's retirement dinner. Now, I want you to understand, we only have 500 seats to the dinner, and it's on the first come, first served basis. And Shelley, what did you say?
One of her students is here now. We'd like to get a word from her.
Oh, one of her students? Now, which one? Beside us. I know she hadn't gotten the Board of Education. Okay, and what's your name?
My name is Carla Mays.
And Carla, where are you in school?
I attend school at John Marshall High School.
And Mrs. Luper is your teacher?
Yes, she's my 6th-hour American history teacher.
What type of teacher is she?
Miss Luper is a very caring teacher. She does call us her diamonds, and that is very helpful to make us think positively about ourselves. She likes to include everyone in the class into class participation. Mrs. Luper is more than a teacher, though. She helps you with your speech, and she helps you internally for when you go out to battle the real world.
Do you think that any of the students at John Marshall will be at her retirement dinner?
Yes, I do. I plan to be there myself.
Well, good. I'll see how many diamonds from John Marshall will be there, because I know about the diamonds from Dungey High School. I've talked to many of them across this country, and the Dungey will be there.
Thank you, Marilyn. This time I want to make sure that one of my diamonds had just called and we got cut off. Zoe Shavers, would you call me back real quickly, please? This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and certainly I would like for you to meet another contestant, one of the families in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. And your name?
Hello?
Yes?
My name is Dawn